back to the Project Everywhere kitchen. I know y'all just been itching for another cooking video. So today we are going to be cooking cornbread. Good old-fashioned home-cooked southern cornbread. And I'm going to be going over a few tips on the cast iron skillet. So just hang out and enjoy. The cast iron skillet is awesome. I love it. You get it good and seasoned, that son gonna cooks like nothing else. One thing to remember about a cast iron skillet: don't ever put soap in it. Never. You take hot water anytime you cook it, whether it's something sticks to it or not. You take hot water and a scrub pad and you clean that joker out. Don't you put no soap in there. Now, to get down to the nitty-gritty about a cornbread. Well, today we are going to make a little bit thinner cornbread than I normally do. So we're going to do two 3/4 cup of self-rising flour and 1 3/4 cup of cornmeal. All right, once you get that in the bowl, you get your 1 egg. I have one right here. Crack your 1 egg in there. I've never actually measured how much milk it takes to get it the right consistency. What you want is you want it pourable. You want to be able to take this bowl and just pour it into your cast iron skillet when it's ready to cook. So what we're going to do, I'm actually going to measure this time because I've never done that. To actually see, I know it's going to take at least 1 cup, and this is a 1 cup measuring cup. We're going to put 1 cup in there, and I always stir it up with a fork. We're going to stir that up and see what we got. Go ahead, while you're stirring it up the first time, you get that egg and just beat it up down. It's not really pourable right now, so we're going to need a little bit more, so I'm going to put a 1/2 cup more in it. We'll put another 1/2 cup in there. Stir it up. Mix it in good. I think that's probably going to do it for that. And I'll do the calculations on mine. You know, like I said, normally I'll use 2 cups of flour to 1 cup of cornmeal. And you know, of course, your milk is going to be different on that. But on this one, I used 2 3/4 cups of flour and 1 3/4 cup of cornmeal. So when you get that, you see that right there? Well, if you can see it, I'm gonna try to let you see. It's able to pour out. I could pour it out right now, and that's what you want. You want it pourable. So that's just right. That was a 1.5 cups of milk. So this recipe, it's a 1.5 cups of milk. Alright, when you're doing cornbread, you got to prepare your cast iron skillet. There's a couple of ways to do it. The way I normally like to do it is I'll turn this eye on and I'll put it, it's 1 through 10, I'll put it on 7.5. And I'll take my olive oil or vegetable oil, any kind of oil. Just take, on this little olive oil bottle, it's going to take like 3 capfuls because it's a little bitty cap. If you had like a regular vegetable oil bottle, you probably only need 1 cap. You take the olive oil and you let the olive oil, you take your pan, you roll that olive oil all around in the pan. So it coats the whole bottom. See how it's rolling down? See how it's rolling down? You want to coat the whole bottom. And once you get the bottom coated, you get your cornmeal. You're going to take your cornmeal and just take a little bit of cornmeal and pinch it in your fingers, and you're going to sprinkle it on the bottom of this pan. Just take a little bit of cornmeal and sprinkle it and get just a little sprinkles all over the bottom of that pan. What you're doing, you're putting there's going to be an area in between your cornbread and your pan, and that keeps it from sticking. And what you do, you set it on this eye, and you're basically heating the pan up, and plus you're browning that cornmeal. You see how I'm moving the pan around? I'm making sure it's evenly heated. Make sure your oven's preheated when you're doing this. My oven wasn't actually preheated, but it don't take long for the Projects Everywhere oven to heat up. Alright, it's starting to bubble a little bit in here. I know you probably can't see it, but the cornmeal is actually starting to turn brown. See the little bubble action going on there? That's what we want. And you want to keep moving your pan because you don't want one spot to burn. You want it all to be evenly brown. When the oil, you get the oil moving around, get the cornmeal all even. Oh, it smells good when that cornmeal starts browning. It smells like cornbread already. Alright, well, it's getting there. It's almost there. Alright, y'all, when your cornmeal's browned evenly, which this cornmeal is browned evenly, we're going to even it out just a little bit more. You're going to take your cornbread mix, and you're just going to pour it right in the middle. Pour it all out in that hot pan. Make sure you get all of it out of the bowl, because you definitely want it all. And see how easy that was to pour out? It's still kind of thick, but it's still pourable. You just want it to be able to pour out, and then you take your fork and just kind of even it out in the pan. And once that's there, make sure you get an oven mitten, because that's already getting warm. You take your pan, you put it on the middle shelf in the oven, and then you bake it. And I'm gonna set the timer, and I'll let you know how long it takes in the Projects Everywhere oven. Alright, y'all, whenever your cornbread starts to brown, which mine's starting to brown, you want to test it with a toothpick. You get your oven mitten, and you get your toothpicks handy. Get you a toothpick, and once it starts browning, you take it out, and you take your toothpick and stick right down in the middle of it. And you take that toothpick out. There ain't nothing on that toothpick. That cornbread's just about done. And what I do, I'll turn it over to broil so I can brown the top just a little bit. Leave it in there about 5 minutes, and then it's gonna be ready. Alright, y'all. Total time is about 22 minutes. I got my oven mitten. I'm finna pull it out of the oven, and you're gonna see what we got. Top of it's nice and brown. Woo, it's warm even coming through the mitten. Take it, you flip it over. Look at there, nothing stuck. That's good. What you want to do, cornbread's always better buttered. You know how I like my butter. I butter everything. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to take the butter, and we're going to just take butter, and we're going to just go over the top of it. Alright, what we're going to do, we're going to cut this cornbread up. Man, that's some pretty cornbread, ain't it? What I do, I just go ahead and cut through the middle of it. A lot of folks cut it in squares, but you know, I don't like squares. We're going to turn it a little bit, and we're going to cut it again. Man, that's some pretty cornbread. We'll cut it one more time. Oh, that's some good cornbread. Now, we're going to take We're gonna take one slice and slide it out here. And watch this. We're gonna take the butter knife and we're gonna slide right through there. Look at there. And just like the biscuits, we're gonna take a hunk of butter and stick right in the middle. And we're gonna stick it right back in there. Sound kind of like that Cajun cooker that used to. You remember the Cajun cooker? The onion guy? Yeah. Take that out there and slide that knife right in there. And get a big hunk of butter and stick it in there. And slide it right back in there. I don't even remember that guy's name. I used to love watching him. He was funny. Of course, y'all probably think I'm funny. That is some buttered cornbread, and it's gonna make everybody's mouth water. And I'm gonna show you how to serve it. Well, I thank y'all for watching, and you know I'm loving doing these videos, having a ball. But on a serious note, there's a family that my daughter's close to. They lost a loved one this morning. So if you would just keep them in your prayers. They're gonna need it for the next couple of weeks, because I know how it feels to lose somebody close. Well, y'all have a good one, and I'll see you on the next one.